Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to go over everything that you need to buy a car from us. All right, let's get started. My name is Jose Reyes, and we run a social media page called Xautousa on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. So if you've been coming across my videos and you've been wanting to get a car, this video is for you. Okay, so take a few minutes of your time and really listen to what I'm about to say, because I get tons of messages every month on our website. And instead of making you wait for a reply, I'm going to go over everything here right now. Number one, what are your requirements? What do you need to get a car? One of the most common questions I get: you need a driver's license or an ID. You need proof of income, which can be check stubs or bank statements. And on a case-by-case basis, you may or may not need a utility bill. And the utility bill can be a gas bill, light bill, water bill, Wi-Fi bill, anything that has your name and address and it's revolving. That means you get it every 30 days, can work. All right. We're going to need you to provide some personal references, which are people you know and people that know you. They have to be complete: name, phone number, address, and relationship. We need to know how they're related to you. And yes, you're going to need full coverage insurance if you're financing before you can take the car off the lot. But if you ain't got a quote, don't worry, we can help you get insurance here. Next question is, do I have to have good credit? The answer to that is no. You don't have to have good credit. Keep in mind, every situation is different. All right. Every deal is unique. There's not a deal that's exactly the same. So of course, having good credit never hurts, which means if you have good credit, you're good to go. Let's roll. But if you have credit challenges, we've helped tons of people in the past that have bad credit, no credit, first-time buyers, previous repossessions, and just bad credit overall. Bad credit cards, collections, medical bills. It doesn't matter. We believe that everybody deserves a second chance. All right. However, when it comes to the repossessions, we prefer that you have old repossessions, like longer than 2 years, so we can have a much higher chance. If your repossession is recent, it's going to be really difficult, but not impossible for us to get you done. Okay. Another question: do you need a driver's license? Like I said at the beginning, you don't need a driver's license. As long as you have a valid government-issued ID, we can rock and roll and make a deal with you. How much of a down payment do I need to get a car? That question is tricky, all right, because there's no set down payment per vehicle. We work with whatever you can bring us. Now, that doesn't mean that that's going to be enough, because every situation is different. I've done deals countless of times with 0 down, 500 down, $750 down, 1,000 down. All right, so don't count yourself out. Don't prevent yourself from coming in if you don't have a lot of money. Don't think that you need a huge amount down for you to buy a car, because we can still work with you. The manufacturer has incentives and rebates that we can use as your cash down on cars like this. So even if you have nothing, we still have a chance of getting it done. The biggest thing is to come into the dealership, sit down with me, go over a few things, provide us your proof of income, your license, and we can rock and roll. These right here, we get incentives from the factory, and we can use we can use that as down payments. And you can have 0 down and still drive off, even if you have bad credit too. All right. Of course, if you have good credit, the chances are way higher that you're going to drive off. Next question: what if I'm paying on a vehicle and I still owe money on it? Can I trade it in? Yes, you can trade it in. Okay. And we're going to pay off your balance and get you into a new car. However, if you're paying on a car right now and you don't trade it in, they only allow 1 car per person. So if it's reporting on your credit, you're making payments and you plan to give that car to somebody else and get another one, or let alone let that car go back and get another one, chances are you're going to need a co-signer, just so we're able to waive that requirement. Okay. Because they only allow 1 open auto per person, like I'm saying. Now, there are some instances that we can waive that and get you a second loan for yourself, which means you can have 2 cars, but it's on a case-by-case basis. All right, so don't let having an open auto discourage you from coming in and finding out. The biggest thing here is you need to come in, come check everything out, fill out your information here in person with me, provide me your license or ID and your check stubs, and let's give it a shot. All right. Another question that I get is, does it hurt my credit if I apply? The answer to that is yes and no. It might look like it does and it might not. If you go on the Experian website, you will notice that when you get multiple inquiries to buy a car, the banks, by law, you are allowed to search for the best rate. So to creditors, to other banks, most of those inquiries count as one. Now, you can quote me on this if you want. And it's straight off the Experian website. So having multiple inquiries will count as one when you're shopping for the same thing. Now, if you're applying for credit cards, personal loans, and apartments and all that stuff, then yes, that's gonna really hurt your credit. But buying a car, no, you're allowed multiple inquiries. What if you've never bought a car before? That's great. That means you're a first-time buyer. And we have first-time buyer programs at our dealership that can almost guarantee you will get approved. No credit, first-time buyer, almost guaranteed 25 grand up front. All right. Now, remember, every situation is unique. We look at it overall. We look at your residence time, your job time, your income, and we make the decision based on that. So like I said, don't count yourself out. Come on in, give it a shot. Let's figure this out. What are my notes looking like? How much is my payment a month? What kind of car am I approved for? All these questions I can't really answer because every situation is unique. Like I said, we have to look at the whole situation overall before we can make that decision. However, we're gonna do our best to work with you to get you something that you're going to like and that it's going to be affordable, something you can pay. We're not gonna give you really high notes when you know you won't be able to pay them in a few months, all right? So like I said, we're gonna work with you to make sure we get you a nice, reliable, affordable car that you can pay comfortably every month because we want you to come back and get another one from us.